welcome to a new video! Look, today we're going to have fun, assembling and disassembling several different dinosaurs. As you can see here, we have three little boxes. They are three very famous dinosaurs. First, we have a Velociraptor. Second, a Triceratops. And finally, the great Tyrannosaurus Rex. The best part is that these dinosaurs come in pieces for us to assemble. As you can see here, we can notice the plastic screws that connect each of their parts. The best part is that we can take it apart and put it back together as many times as we want. Also, we have this box that I already showed in previous videos, and it also contains more disassembled models. So we're going to have to use all our creativity to be able to create our own dinosaurs. We'll use this automatic tool to help us out. You'll see how fun it is. What do you think if we start, for example, with this Velociraptor? Since we have two carnivores and one herbivore, let's start with one of the carnivores, the Velociraptor. Friends, I have to admit, it's one of my favorite carnivores. And look, on the box, we can see an illustration of a huge Tyrannosaurus Rex with its mouth wide open, showing its sharp exposed teeth. On the back, as you can see, there's a manual tool. It's a screwdriver, so you can remove all the screws. Here we have the three dinosaurs that we're going to see today. And on the back of the box, we also have a super illustration where we see a Triceratops, a Brachiosaurus, and also a flying reptile. How cool, friends! Well, now let's take it out of the box. And here it is, ready! Look how cool it is! Let's also share some information about the Velociraptor. As you know, they were dinosaurs that weren't as big as the great Tyrannosaurus Rex. They could reach about 1 meter in height. Also, their bodies were super slim and light, which allowed them to run at high speeds. Even though they weren't very big, they were able to catch large prey because they hunted in groups. Look, the best part is that since the pieces are joined together with screws, they're articulated. We can move both the tail and the hind legs. The jaw. We have different shades of green. Also, as you know, Velociraptors had jaws completely full of sharp teeth. Their fangs weren't too big, but they were as sharp as needles, which allowed them to bite their prey effectively. Also, their front arms were quite long and had very agile fingers to catch meat and bring it to their mouths. Super cool. Look, here we have the screwdriver. Check it out. What do you think? If we remove one of its back legs, we just fit it in and make circular movements until our screw comes out completely. This way we can now remove its back leg. Also, the Velociraptor's legs were quite sturdy, and it had one of its toes shaped like a hook, a really cool hook shape. Now let's remove, for example, its tail, but we're going to do it with the powered tool. We can attach different tips, and since this time we need one that's stress-shaped, we can do that. We fit it in and press the button to see how the screw automatically comes out. Honestly, it's super fun, friends. Now we just need to take out its tail. In this gigantic box, we also have more models. Let's open it up to see them better. Look how cool they are, and they're almost assembled. But for example, this one here still needs its head put on. Let's look for the missing parts so we can put it together. It looks like its head is that of a Dilophosaurus, another carnivorous dinosaur. It's super cool, especially because of the crests it has on its head. So let's put on the missing parts. Over here, we have a little bag with some screws to start assembling it. The only thing we have to do is first put on one of the sides of its skull. Here it is. Also, as you can see, we can still move its mouth. Next, we're going to attach the left side of its skull. We just need to make the holes fit together. So we place it patiently and carefully. And once we have it, we press. But if we left it like this, in the end, its head would fall apart. For we need to secure it with a screw that we have to insert right into this hole. We put it in, and using our automatic tool, we're going to fasten it well. Once we have it in place, we're going to screw it in. As you can see, it's super easy. Now, our head is completely assembled. As you can see, the Dilophosaurus can also move its neck, its jaw, its front legs, and its back legs. It was a carnivorous dinosaur that could reach about 2 meters in height. As you can see, it is characterized by the large crests on its head. Also, it had some spikes around here and a long tail. It was a bipedal dinosaur, and its front legs had 3 fingers on each of them. Great, friends! Now we have the Velociraptor we saw today, and the Dilophosaurus we just finished putting together. Let's continue with the next dinosaur, which this time is a herbivore. It's the famous Triceratops, known for having a crown-shaped skull and 3 horns on its head. It also comes with a screwdriver in the back. And here it tells us that inside we have the instructions on how to assemble and disassemble it. As you can see, the back is exactly the same as the rest of the boxes. Let's take it out. And here it is, friends. The Triceratops lived on planet Earth during the Cretaceous period, more than 65 million years ago. In addition, it had a strong beak at the tip of its mouth, something very characteristic of some herbivores. And it also loved to dig in the ground, so it could eat the toughest roots it found. In addition, the 2 upper horns were much larger than the 3rd horn, which was located on the top of its nose. It used these horns and its large skull to defend itself from predators that tried to attack it. Look, it can also open and close its jaw, although, as you can see, it doesn't have sharp teeth. It also has a tongue detail. As you can see, it was a quadrupedal dinosaur, with its hind legs slightly larger than the front ones. It also had a long tail. And now what we're going to do is continue assembling another one of these dinosaurs. Since Triceratops is a herbivore, we're also going to bring out another herbivorous dinosaur. Ow! This way, we can also learn some interesting facts about it. This time, we have a long-necked dinosaur. It's a Brachiosaurus. Look, on this side, I have the parts of its head, and over here are the screws we need. This way, our Triceratops will be accompanied by another dinosaur, a herbivore. Let's see. The first thing we need to do is place this black piece, so we can fit it into the neck part. For the assembly, we need to make sure that we put the left side on the left and the right side on the right. Look, we already have one of its parts. Super cool. Besides these figures, I love the eyes they have. Just like the previous one. Let's try to fit it in so that once it's done, we can put the screw in and make sure it's completely secured. We've got it now, friends. And now we put in the screw. This time, we're going to use the manual screwdriver. Oops, that doesn't work for us. So let's use the automatic tool. And now, friends, as you can see, even though we've pressed quite a bit, the screw still has some movement in its neck. We already have 2 big herbivorous dinosaurs. The difference is that Triceratops lived on planet Earth during the Cretaceous, while Brachiosaurus is a dinosaur, more specifically, in the Jurassic period, over 200 million years ago. Super cool, friends. So let's put two herbivorous dinosaurs in the center. Here we have two carnivores, and we still have to reveal the great Tyrannosaurus Rex. Look! It comes in different colors. Also, one characteristic of the T-Rex is that it only had 2 fingers on its front legs. Here we can see it. And on the box, what really catches my attention is its mouth. As you can see, out of all the ones we've just seen, this mouth is the biggest of them all. Let's take it out of the box to get a better look. And here it is, friends. The Tyrannosaurus Rex could reach about 12 meters in length, from the tip of its mouth to the end of its tail. It had a large build. Its hind legs were very big and sturdy, just like its tail. Also, its skull was the largest of all. It could reach almost 1.5 meters in length. Its jaw was made up of a total of 60 teeth. Some were bigger and others smaller, but the largest ones could reach up to 20 centimeters. Impressive. Just so you get an idea, one of its teeth was as big as an adult's hand. Impressive, right? Also, as you can see, it comes with different details. And what we're going to do with this T-Rex is take it all apart completely so you can see it. Let's start with its legs. Using these figures, we must be very careful not to lose any pieces. As you can see, the screws are very small, so they can be easily lost. The best thing is to keep everything neatly organized in a box afterwards. Now, let's remove the screw from its tail. Which do you prefer to use? The manual tool or the electric one? Both are fun. For example, we can already take out its neck. We just need to remove this little crest first so we can open it. And see, we almost have it completely taken apart. Friends, for what's left, we're going to use the automatic tool. We fit it in and press the button. One over here, and now we just have to remove one of its hind legs. It looks like we still have a little bit left to do. Let's see. If I can do it with my hand, perfect! And now we have it completely disassembled, friends. As you can see, it was pretty easy and a lot of fun. Now, it's like a puzzle. To put it back together, we need to organize the pieces and gather all the screws for assembly. What do you think? Finally, I'm going to show you the dinos I have assembled. Here in the box, we already put these together in previous videos. Here I have another big Velociraptor, very similar to the one we saw today. We have a Tyrannosaurus Rex. As you can see, it's not exactly the same as the one we saw today. They have different colors and even different shapes. Super cool, right? They're all articulated. Here's another one. Oops! We also have another Triceratops. Let's see the difference between the one we had and the one we've seen today. Both are red, but as you can see, they're not exactly the same. I think I like the one I already had in this box better, although both are super fun because we can put them together and take them apart. Now we have 2 Triceratops figures, and finally, there's a flying reptile left in the box. This one actually comes with the wings detached. Do you want us to put them together? We just need to take the 2 wings and use the 2 screws we have left over here. This flying reptile is called Pteranodon. We know that because of the large crest it has on the back of its head. Let's attach one of its wings first, fit it in, and now we just put in the screw, so it's nice and tight. We use our power tool. Now we have it fitted in properly. So, let's attach the second wing, put it in place, and now we put in the screw, so everything is held securely. In addition, the Pteranodon had a strong and long beak that it used to catch fish and bring it to its mouth. And now it's 100% complete, friends. In addition, this flying reptile had a long wingspan of more than 2 meters, which means it could measure more than 8 meters in total, including its wings and body. Impressive! Well, now we're done, friends. We finished today's video. Let's position its legs properly so it can stand up. Look, friends, I put the Tyrannosaurus Rex back together that we had taken apart, and I've placed the 3 new dinosaurs we saw today in the front. If you like this video, you can help me by giving me a big thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And now, friends, it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you in the next video with more fun surprises. Bye!